right, Brewstew. What do you got to say to me?
All right, now throughout my school days, I've had plenty of bad kids in my class. And I went to a public school, so I'm not talking about, like, kids passing notes or...
Oh, no, public school in the United States.
I'm talking about kids that were a complete menace to the classroom. Kids that didn't need detention. They needed, like, an ankle monitor and a parole officer to set them straight. And the worst kid that I ever had to share a classroom with was this kid in my second grade class named Colby. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Who the hell names a kid Colby in the first place? I mean, what the hell, Colby's parents? No wonder why your kid's screwed up. You named him after a goddamn cheese, for Christ's sake. I'm sure his brothers Parmesan and Pepper Jack weren't exactly at the top of their class either. But this kid Colby was he was a disruptive little asshole, to say the least. Which was unfortunate because our second grade teacher was like the nicest lady in Northwest Ohio. But that didn't matter to Colby because his ass made it his mission to just shit all over her day any chance that he got.
Oh, no.
Into the classroom every morning like, "Good morning, class. May the winds of success forever be under thy wings." "Yes, Colby, what is it?" "I pissed inside of my pants." Okay, well, that's all right. You just had a little accident." "No, I fucking did that shit on purpose." Well, why on earth would you do that?" "Because fuck you and fuck your wings of success, that's why." All right.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is great.
Maybe it wasn't that bad, but, well, that was definitely his mentality.
Yeah, I kind of understand that.
Teacher, well, by golly, he was gonna do it. Like, if she asked Colby a question, he would always answer in, like, some bullshit language that he made up. "Okay, Colby, can you tell me what the capital of Wisconsin is?" No, it's not booble booble. You want to try again?" "Bergen, Durgen, Bergen, Durgen." "What is that, Portuguese? What the hell is he saying?" You know what? To hell with Wisconsin. You guys want to do a spelling test? How about we do a spelling test instead? Yeah, I don't know what kind of medication this kid was on, but, well, his ass wasn't taking enough of it, that's for sure. And the worst part is I sat next to his ass for quite a while, and he'd be whispering this gobbledygook bullshit all day long. We'd be like balls deep in a math test, and Colby's ass would be like, "Whoopie-doopie-doop. Colby, can you not right now? This fucking long division is kicking my dick in right now. Can you just shut the hell up?" "Hey, I think Colby's having an episode of some sort. Could you, like, escort him from the premises, please?" Well, needless to say, eventually Colby got his own little area of the classroom over by the, Windows 95 all by himself so he can't distract anybody. And this just
Oh, I love when they would do that. Like, I have really bad test anxiety. Like, I would like if I had, like, my own little area, because I don't want you looking at me while I'm testing. Don't look at me, leave me alone. And as someone who literally talks to themselves, and as always, like, mutter to myself, people think there's something wrong with you.
made matters worse because Colby was not having that shit. He'll be damned if he's got to sit there by himself where nobody can hear him talking his fucking fake-ass foreign language. So throughout this school year, his ass would gradually become more and more disruptive. Like, for example, every day we'd have like 15 minutes of silent reading. And one day, instead of reading a book, Colby's ass just whipped out a Game Boy and started playing that instead. Motherfucker didn't even turn the volume down. He's just sitting there like...
Yeah! Oh, Tetris is so much fun!
And another time in the middle of class, Colby asked to sharpen his pencil, but instead of doing that, his ass got inside of a garbage can. Why would he do that? Well, because fuck you, that's why. I'm sitting in the garbage. I ain't doing your fucking spelling test, that's for sure. Hell, one time I saw this kid chew off all the erasers from the tips of his pencils and then spit them across the room like they're fucking sunflower seeds. And like, yeah, he would get in trouble. Like every week our teacher would have to call down to the office and be like, yeah, hi, Colby's being a little asshole again. I'm sending him your way. I've never struck a child, but, well, today could be the day. And then he'd be gone for a few days and we'd have ourselves a little Colby vacation. And he always came back eventually, fresh from his suspension or his stay in the sanitarium or where.
I'm surprised I hadn't gotten a cake that just literally said, good riddance.
Where the fuck he would go, and it'd be like rinse and repeat every week. Like every Monday morning, we'd all get together like, oh boy, what's Colby gonna do this week, huh? Oh, look, he already drew a fucking wiener on.
Exactly. Just like, you know, or what I've done is, you know, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they're like, oh, you can't go, you gotta do a trash can. They're like, oh, you can't go, so-and-so's out. I'm like, well, guess I'm peeing in a trash can.
On the chalkboard. What a madman. But I gotta say, out of all the shit that Colby did, The craziest bit happened towards the end of the school year. And we're talking like the last week of school, where we're not doing anything at all.
Yep.
Just watching fucking episodes of Bill Nye the Science Guy over and over again. And at this point, Colby hadn't acted out in quite a while. Hell, I distinctly remember thinking, man, Colby seems pretty chill lately. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Maybe his ass has found Jesus after all.
Yeah, Bill Nye the Science Guy. I know some, like, depending on the teacher you have, public school, it's like a lot of times. One of my classmates would tell me when the teachers, they would watch a video every Monday because the teacher was, like, hung over from the weekend. So I was like, okay, we're going to watch some vaguely educational video.
And just when I think that, I look over, and the motherfucker's dancing on top of his desk with his shirt tied up like some kind of hoochie mama. Now, at first, our teacher's doing like a fucking crossword or something. She doesn't even realize what the hell's happening. Meanwhile, Colby's ass is putting on a fucking show for everybody. Well, eventually our teacher can hear our muffled laughter and looks up and she's like, Colby, what the hell? Get off your desk. Why the hell are you dressed up like a goddamn prostitute? And that's when Colby hops off his desk and runs into the coat room. Our teacher starts running after him like the fucking building's on fire. Meanwhile, we're all just sitting there like, man, this is some wild shit. Yeah, even for a fucking public school. God damn. So let's go to a diagram of my second grade classroom. Here's where all of us were sitting. Here's the fucking isolation area that Colby's desk was at. Here's Colby, and here's my teacher. They just keep running around in circles from the coat room back out to the classroom, into the coat room, and over and over and over again. Eventually, our teacher gets on the phone, and she's like, DEFCON 1! DEFCON 1! Somebody get your ass up here! And that's when our school police officer shows up, fucking Officer Dave, and now we really start freaking out at this point. Oh shit, they're gonna fucking shoot his goofy ass.
Oh no!
Chasing after Colby's wayward ass around the classroom. They do a nice little pincer move and corner his ass, which of course is standard police procedure when dealing with an unruly child in a coat room. And Officer Dave ends up hauling his ass out of the room like a piece of luggage. And that was the last I seen of Colby's goofy ass. Or at least that's what I thought until years later, when I'm sitting in class on the first day of my sophomore year of high school, and during roll call, I hear a very familiar name. Colby, fake last name? Is Colby fake last name here? Yeah, I'm here. And at first I'm like, holy hell, Colby from second grade's in here? That kid's still alive? What the fuck? What the hell's this kid gonna look like after all these years? Is he gonna have an ankle monitor? Is he gonna have a fucking face tattoo? What the hell? I look back, and to my surprise, Colby is just this normal ass dude wearing a polo. Well, after class, I just can't help myself. I go up to him and I'm like, dude, you were in my second grade class. What the hell was wrong with you back then? What? Second grade? Ah, yeah, that was just a weird time in my life. I don't know, I was just really amped up all the time, and I watched Animaniacs a lot. And I'm like, Animaniacs? Dude, I thought you were on fucking methamphetamine. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't judge a book by its cover. Some of you might have had a Colby in your second grade classroom
Yeah.
who, you know, spoke a fake foreign language under his breath from time to time. But guess what? That doesn't mean he's smoking crack under a bridge. They could be just living a simple life, married with 2 kids, little provolone and little mozzarella, and they're just normal as hell after all. The end.
Oh, that is
Brewstew.com.
That is always funny. Like, I kind of, like, honest to goodness, like, that or the, you know, or someone who's, like, got, like, really bad anxiety or whatever. Like, you don't know what's going on with that kid. I mean, I had, like, bullies flag me down one day years later, like, when I was in elementary school. This girl bullied me every day. And it wasn't until, like, nearing the end of high school, one day the girl's, you know, hollering, Andrea, down the hall. I'm like, okay, she apologized, said, hey, I'm just going through a lot. I went and got therapy. Okay, cool. I figured as much. Because I'm just hanging out there, just, you know, I've always been just doing my own thing. But yeah, Colby let the intrusive thoughts win. Like, yeah, his stuff is always pretty funny.
All right, we all have.
But I mean, I'm sure there's like the kids that are out there, Colby, or the ones that have had issues. I don't know. I was put in like a lot of the remedial classes, and one of the big things I'm glad they figured out early is like my test anxiety. If I'm in like a room by myself or a little area where there's not a lot of kids to distract me, I'm like, I can do that and stuff. But hey, we got our own issues and stuff.